If you're looking for medical insurance reimbursement guidance or how to get your medical expense reimbursed, I think this video is for you, because I've recently filed the reimbursement and I've got my money back. So I've thought of doing an educational video for people, so this might be helpful to somebody. Here is the checklist item that you should have before thinking of reimbursement. Very first thing is an active insurance policy. You should have an active insurance policy. Second thing, watch out for the coverage amount you have, because the medical expense is so much, you will be able to claim up to the coverage amount you have from your policy side. And third, this video is about reimbursement. In case if you had used a cashless claim in the hospital, reimbursement won't be applicable. I'm going to show you the reimbursement form of Medi Assist, party administrator, which means your third party administrator, which means your company can have an insurance with any insurance company, but they might have TPA as Medi Assist. So this reimbursement form is same for all the companies who are using Medi Assist. Okay, so let's dive into the actual form filling now. Medi Assist basically have two forms, Form A and Form B. And Form A is completely supposed to fill by us. I mean, us means who are going to apply for insurance. Form B is supposed to be completely filled by hospital, so you don't have to do anything. Let's look at the Form A and let's see how to fill that. So if you look at the form, initially without filling it, you will see so many boxes there. Initially I was also wondering, should I fill all the field? The answer is no. You don't have to fill all the boxes. I've only filled the required fields, not all of them. I'll show you my form. So the first field is the policy number. Policy number is the very important one. That's how they find your policy. And where you can see this policy number is you need to log into your Medi Assist with your registered email ID or phone number. And if you go to your policy details, you can find your, and also keep a note on your member ID, because each member will have different member ID, and that is the next field that has something like a company or TPA ID is nothing but your member ID. Just fill out your member ID, and remaining everything is just your bio details, like name. Just type it in fully capital, that is very important, and just type your address, whatever you have in your Aadhaar card, and PIN code, your mobile number and email ID. These are all very important, and you can completely ignore this the detail of insurance history. Next is the details of insured person hospitalized. That's nothing but who got admitted in the hospital. Let's say you're applying for reimbursement, your wife might have been admitted, so which means you need to fill in your wife details or whoever got admitted in the hospital. So that is this next field, and as you can see, not all of them are really needed. Just fill their name in capital and just specify the gender and her occupancy. That's it, nothing else is needed from there. Again, very few fields are really mandatory here. Just fill out the hospital name and select the room category you were admitted and the hospital reason why you got admitted. Here I had selected maternity because we admitted for the pregnancy case. And another important is the date of admission. So when you got admitted and when you got discharged, these two are very important date, and at the same time make sure you have proof for them. I'll come to proof after this. So I've filled all these details. That's it about the details of hospitalization. And next is the details of claim. When it comes to this total expense, you can separate into multiple sections. One is pre-hospitalization expense. So pre-hospital expense means, let's say you got admitted from today to next 5 days, but whatever the expense happened before admitting, that comes under pre-expense. For example, we admitted for maternity, we go for scans, we go for blood test from the first month, second, third month, right? So all these expenses are considered pre-hospital expense. What I've done is I've collected all my bill, I've accumulated the bill and calculated how much it has been so far. And post-hospital expenses, if anything happened after the discharge, you need to put it in here, and maybe you can ignore the other fields. The final bill is the hospital expense, so that is the amount that you actually paid before you got from the hospital, right? And in the others, you do get pharma bills during the hospitalization. So I've just filled some of the pharma expense happened over there. Just calculate all the expense amount and just put it into the total here. And at the right side you can see claim document checklist. So they basically tell you these are all the documents will really helpful for them to process the claim, and you just give a tick mark of what and all you have in your hand. So the first is the claim form tally signed, which is nothing but the form A and form B that you are filling. Hospital main bill is nothing but you will get it from the hospital on the day of discharge, which will basically have the complete breakup bill. That is very important, let's say, because final bill will just have everything as a high level. Let's say as part of your final bill you'll have something called pharma expense, and they'll just put something like 20,000 on a high level, but insurance team will need what and all the medicine they've used, so they will ask you the breakup of those pharma. So make sure that you get all the breakups also before you leave the hospital. Discharge summary, mostly all the hospitals are giving us, maybe in case if they don't, please make sure that you ask and get it, the discharge summary, because that is very important, because in that where the doctors are exactly writing what was done. And along with that, if you have any pharma bill, just attach it, and basically all the scans you have done, because in my pre-hospital expense I've added the amount for my all the scans and blood test I have done, so I need to make sure that I am attaching all the scan reports as well. So that's why I've ticked that. But the original doctor prescription details also we need to attach. Next table is nothing but basically the summary of whatever we had filled. And for example, I mentioned my pre-hospital expense some amount, right? So basically the number of bills I have, because in first month we go for one scan, second month we go for one scan, we go for blood test. So basically it just tells us the number of bills I have with me, so that is the number count. So basically I have 17 bills, and the accumulated amount of that 17 bills comes to this 68,000. So that's what you need to mention here, the number of bills you have here and the total amount of, and fill out your finance information, your PAN card, your bank account number, bank name, and your IFSC code. That's it. The date doesn't matter, just fill the date whenever you are filling the form, and the place wherever you are, that's totally fine, and just put your signature over. This is the form B. As you can see, I didn't fill anything here. So wherever you got admitted, just go to the hospital and just give it to them and tell them you are applying for reimbursement to the medical insurance, and just ask them to fill it. So this is also not all the fields are really mandatory. As you can see, the hospital we admitted, they barely filled a few columns, and the very important thing you need to see there is the seal of the hospital and the signature. So this is very important, otherwise they won't accept it. Now the form filling is done, and important things to notice and the lessons I have learned. No intimation letter, right? So what is this no intimation letter? In some situations we go to hospital in an emergency. Most of the time pregnancy go in an emergency case, we just go to hospital straight away without notifying insurance teams earlier. If your hospitalization is unplanned, we need to write a no intimation letter, right? And just write that as a letter. I'll just show you the format. This is how you need to write. Just from is going to be your name, your policy number, and to will be your the sent address of your insurance team to whomever you are supposed to send. Refer these address from your company portal, and subject is like the intimation for no early. So for reimbursements, basically they expect us to send all the original documents, prescription documents, and all the original scan report, all the original bills. So for reimbursement, you basically need to send every original documents. The lesson I learned was so the scan documents we submitted was everything original, whatever we have got from the hospital, but the insurance team expected us to have a signature on it. So they basically asked us to have a signature from MD pathologist. Maybe you can keep a note on it. Whenever you get your scan report, please make sure that you have that seal and signature. MD pathologist is no one but whoever who takes the scan. So in the scan you'll have the scan doctor, right? So they are the MD pathologist. So once your courier is received by your insurance team, and you can track your claim status in this Medi Assist application. So I'll show you. So this is how I was able to see it. A insurance claim was received around 15th January. They started their claiming process on 15th. So initially they were asking me some information. That's what I was talking about, this signature from the scanned doctor. The final settlement was done around January 13. So it basically took 15 days for the entire process to be completed and get the money back. And yeah, you can check your all the claim status, and if they expect you to send any documents, and you will get a message, and you can check in this application also. This is my reimbursement experience. So if you have any questions, maybe please put it in the comment. I'll try to answer the questions from my knowledge. Yeah, thanks for watching the video.